Hi Libra, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of September, as usual, I have a sales offer available, and for the month of September, it's inspired in the Virgo theme season we are currently on, and it's a reading that it's called Wipe It Clean. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Libra, I do feel like this mid-September can bring about some profound change. It's like a change that transcends a little bit the expected. What you expected something could change, or something, or how something could turn out to be. And I feel like for some of you this applies a lot in terms of your professional life, or something you have been working on that has been a little bit difficult to find harmony, to find, a cohesive state of working. It could be because you're dealing with a lot of people, like there's harmony, conflicts in terms of teams, or you have been in a very competitive environment, or an environment where those you are dealing with have not been, again, cooperating with the ultimate goal or vision you had on a specific either task, project, duty, responsibility, or even your own opinions are just not having the space, right, the room to be heard. And I feel like some of you are tired of this. Some of you might be in a moment during mid-September where you might say an enough, to have this enough moment, say this, no more of this, and speak up loud and clear for those that have been, in a way, avoiding you or rejecting the value of your opinion, the value of your work, the value of your vision. It shows the Libras I'm connecting here have a very different, unique, fresh perspective, very unique perspective on how things should be when you're working with people, when you're working with groups, when you're working in your social environment. You have a very different way and style about it. The approach you have with people, the approach you have with clients, the approach you have with friends, the approach you have with your crowd or the crowd you are involved with. It's just a very unique one. And it could be that you, Libra, are in a moment where you could be actually highly talented, right? Or have this high potential to put trends out there, right? To put something in the world that is so different, something that has not, it's like something that has not ever been seen, right? Or experienced or thought about. So for those working with marketing, for those working with advertising, for those working again with those type of areas, I feel like this is an amazing time, even though there might be some discord to get you to express, right, your ideas. It's a time where you can have actually a great benefit by trusting, right, the unique, odd, weird, whatever you want to call it, different state of thinking you have, and just give it a go, taking a risk for the truth of you, for the truth of your vision. I keep getting like there's this the aspect of being unfaithful to your own essence that perhaps has been happening and that you cannot hold in anymore. So being in work, being with friends, being in your home life, being in a one-to-one relationship, if those you are dealing with and the environments at large are not helping you, then they are against you. Then they have no room to be in your life. And I feel like some of you are about to be in this very radical approach. When I say radical, there's a radical, expression, energetically speaking, that might be manifested where you're not with me, you don't agree with me, you want to convince me otherwise, you're a hater, right? Not a supporter of my cause, of my philosophy, of my thinking, then I'm gonna cut you off. Transform, let go. So the new vision, the new paradigm of love, the new paradigm of work, the new paradigm of social influence, and all of that can happen. Some of you need to make certain cuts with what creates this, with what creates the Five of Wands, right? Ongoing drama, competition, fighting, pettiness, ego-driven clashes where everybody's fighting for something but not knowing what they're fighting about. They're so far away from the original reason why they start the fight to begin with. And I feel like, again, the Fool is always an energy of a reset button, right? I'm a complete, changed, new person. And when you have here the Death Arcana, this is even more likely, because one talks about an ending, right? The end of a phase, the end of a relationship, the end of a job, the end of a way of being. That is an ending that's going to lead to a major transformation. And the Death Arcana for you is the advice. And then you go from this transformation to the reborn version, where you actually are truer. Because the Fool is also that energy of absolute truth. It's before the world corrupts us and messes up. Is when we are in this newborn state and we're still us, and we're still so in contact with our essence. And so some of you Libras, the major point, even if it might come with crisis, even if it might come with some deaths in the way, all of this is for the survival of you, the survival of your soul. And so that you can more than survive, thrive in this world, where you have something to offer, where you have something to say, where you have experiences to have and people to meet that are actually going to be positively influenced by you, and again help you become more comfortable and secure in your own identity, because there's an identity issue here with Libras, and part of it shows as happening because you're not being fed, nourished by the right people around, right? The energies in your environment are loud, are critical, are judgmental, are aggressive, hostile. The hostile environment, right, that does not promote the new life or this rebirth to happen, even if you have been wanting it to happen for a long time. So there's this phase from the cocoon, right, into the butterfly for some of you Libras, that you can apply this energy to anything in your life you have felt like has been in this stage of this stage of waiting for something to come, that it's more positive, right? That it's about the light and not the darkness, that it's about freedom and not containment. Because when we're in the cocoon, right, when we're dead, coffin energy, it's about containment, confinement. So some of you, this is about freedom. You have been confined. Something in you has been in absolute confinement, and now you're about to experience certain freedom that might come with a change you promote yourself, or it might become an ending that others would see as negative, and for you, you are actually going to end up understanding that it's much more positive than negative. Like, okay, you might get upset because you get fired, for example, but because you get fired, you're free from this, and you're actually free to pursue something else, something that you enjoy much more doing, something that inspires you much more. Or you could be in a long lasting, dramatic, toxic relationship, and the person you are with decides to leave. It might be upsetting in the beginning, but then in the end, you're going to actually appreciate the fact that they did. So this is a metaphor for something that initially might be upsetting. You might have that discomfortable feeling of the ending, right? Of the cut that either you have to make or the universe has to make for you. But it's about just being yourself and being let loose. And I feel like some of you are actually in this thing about wanting to go out there, right, in the world, explore the world, travel, be a part of experiences that can be, very different from the ones you have, the ones you have experienced so far. Because I keep getting like some of you want to do wild things, wild journeys, go to places that might be dangerous, or, just not at all what you were what is in your reach in terms of your tools and resources, but you want to go there and see what happens. Again, moments of I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna say, and then I'll see what happens. It's like not having the plan itself, but having the calling and having the yearning to do something that might be seen as being a little bit crazy, because the fool brings the crazy as well. The crazy or the genius side out. So there's something here about the emergence, right, of the genius, crazy parts of you that are just wanting to live. I keep getting like, you just want to live after a moment, years, months of some grief, of some, again, imprisonment in a state of being or in an actual circumstance in your life that has not allowed you to live. Now that it is as if some Libras are given a chance after a scare, after a breakdown, after a crisis. It's like you are aware that you are being given a chance to live again, and you're not going to miss on that. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.